It's 3:30 and it's so cold in the morning. This is the coldest night in Spirit Forest I've ever had. And Rocky is crying. Previously on Spirit Forest. There's a storm coming and I gotta hurry. I gotta get my tent ready for tonight. Okay, it's much easier to light a match. What was that? I say that sun's gonna be setting here in, I don't know. Seriously, Rox? Yep, see, now he leaves. I'm gonna have to find a way to seal that door. Oh, now he's going back outside. If I don't shut that door, he will do this the entire night. He'll come in, he'll come back out, he'll come in. Oh, goodness. Okay. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye. Hello. Good morning. I'm on my cell phone right now. It's 3:30 in the morning. It's chilly. It's really cold. I think it's the coldest night I've ever had here at Spirit Forest. I had to light a fire. Rocky's whining, and I think that he's whining because his paws hurt. He was running around like crazy, and his paws always hurt when he's running around. So I'm starting a fire. I'm not sleeping anyways. So I started a fire. And Rocky is crying because his paw hurts. I don't know if you could see him over there or not. Yeah, I don't know. You can't really see him. He had a blanket on him, but he growled at me when I put it on him, and then he took it off, and oh, it's so cold. So I'm not sleeping anyway, so I was like, well, you know what? Might as well put a fire on. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna heat up some water too, because my water's cold. So, good morning. Okay, I am just laughing at the mess that I have made in this tent. Check out this mess. It's just a pile of wood. And just so you know, never buy cheap matches. That took about 12 strikes to get this fire to light. So don't do that. I will change out all my matches. Good morning. I'm gonna start up another fire. I'm making a little quick feather stick that's made of fat wood. The fat wood feather stick. Just trying to get some, making it easier for it to light and stay lit. Oh, that'll work. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing going. It's cold. It's warmer than it was last night, though. I felt it because it's definitely warmer. It's probably I think it's around 18 degrees, somewhere around there. Okay, I'm gonna create some sticks, baton this, get a fire going, and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I don't know if it's focused on me or not, but this is what happened. I went through every one of these matches, every one of them. None of them lit. Except the ones that I made. I made 2 fires out of a whole pack of matches. I feel bad because those are actually matches from my daughter's fire kit, which means I put it in there, and I bought cheap matches, and I feel bad. Whew, this is cold. So we're gonna attempt a flint and steel fire. I got a little tinder bundle down here. I don't know how much I can film because once I get it going, I'm gonna be putting it in there. But I was just letting you guys know, never again. My lesson today, this weekend, is never buy cheap matches. I can do this. That's a really bad tinder bundle too. Got it. Get in there. Okay, I had some more stuff already in there. Alright. Hold on, let me see. Let me get wood in there, because a little bit needs wood really fast. That's how she works. Woo. And it's smoking. It's smoking. She's a smoking. Okay. Okay, I'll show you the fire later. It's too much smoke coming out. Check out this fire. Ooh, that's a fire. She's going good. It's feeling a little warm too, so that's nice. I would say that was the roughest night I have ever had here at Superior Forest. Meaning roughest, meaning no sleep. I think I had like 2 hours of sleep or something like that. It was really cold. Really, really cold. And, you know, that was my challenge. I wanted to start the year off with a challenge, and I did. It was definitely a challenge for me. I think, I don't know, 2 degrees. I think when I look at, I think I figured out what's wrong with my thermometer thing here, and I think that it was at 2 degrees last night, somewhere around there. And it was chilly, really, really chilly, to the point I wasn't sleeping in my, I just want to tell everyone this, so in case you decide to do this kind of a challenge too, at that kind of temperature and this kind of a tent, and in case you feel like building a Viking tent and trying to see what it was like back when, they were tough. These people were tough. I don't know how they did it. I want to know what gear they had. I'd like to know what the Viking gear was, because I know it wasn't that outfit I was wearing, because that would have been still really cold. And maybe they had a fire all night long, but like I had to feed the stove about every 10 minutes. I had to feed it. She seems to go through a lot more wood. I don't know if it's because she's smaller or I can only put so much wood in there, but she does seem to be going through a lot more wood than my other big stove. Or maybe I just was cold and I just kept feeding it. And she goes out easier, too. And so I have to be careful of that. And you guys just saw what my fire problem was, is that my matches, they suck. They really sucked. So, my sleeping bag. How did my sleeping bag do? Is that what you're asking? It's a 0 degree bag, and I think it was very close, bordering 0. Very close. I think it was like 2. I was cold, but I wasn't shivering. So if you see my winter video last year, where I slept on the ground and I had a tent, I was cold and shivering, and I heated up water to keep me warm. I didn't have any way to heat up water through a stove here, so it wasn't fast for me. I had to start a fire, so I just didn't heat up water. And I was cold. I had these hand warmers. These things, I brought a whole bunch of them, and so I woke up. Oh, my nose. Oh, that feels. I know that looks so cheesy, but it feels so good. My face is cold. I can't talk with this thing up like that, so I'm not wearing my hat either. I remember I put my hat. Oh, it's like a little tent, but I'm losing stuff left and right. I still don't know where my other glove went. So, where was I? Sorry. My 0 degree bag kept me warm. I was cold, but I mean, I wasn't shivering, so that was good. I think that if I were to do this again, I'd heat up water with my stove, just like I normally do. And I think I would have had a better night. Because I was cold, I did end up, and I think I filmed it, I did end up getting up. Well, I never fell asleep really, but I filmed it like 3 o'clock because I was like, I'm done. Rocky started whining, and so I thought maybe he's whining because he's cold, and it turns out he's whining because his foot hurts, and he's currently right now still, he just licks his foot until it's raw. I think he stepped on something. He's so sensitive with his feet, you guys. And I'm telling you, you guys are going to recommend boots. He will not wear shoes or boots or whatever, those doggy shoes. He won't wear them. He won't walk. He won't walk. I mean, maybe eventually he will. Maybe I just put it on but no. He gets really sensitive. He doesn't come out here a lot, or if he doesn't go on, a lot of hikes, and we haven't done a lot of hikes because I've been injured, his feet get really sensitive. Okay, so he's whining. I got up at 3, and I did a fire, and then this windstorm came through. And so I was like wide awake. And because the tent, you could see that door, so pictured on the other side, it looks the same. It was blowing up against the stove. So all I'm thinking is, oh my gosh, I'm gonna burn this tent. And Mom's gonna be pissed. She worked so hard on it. So, like, I was up the whole night. And so, you know what I did? I had one of those. I got this one from a subscriber, too. Sorry, I don't remember who gave it to me. And I got a lot of gloves on. You see this thing? It's a motion detection light thing. I thought it'd be kind of cool just to have in here. It worked out perfect. So what I did is I kind of pointed it towards the door. And when the door moved, this thing turned on, so then I opened my eyes to see if it was touching the stove. And multiple times during the night it was touching the stove, and it was just like laying on the stove while the stove was on. So that wasn't too good. So I got to figure something out with that door. It's just that one because that's the one that's next to the stove. I need to put something on it so I can tie it so it stays out. Let's see what else. How many hand warmers did I go through? I don't know. 6? 6 of them? I still have some more left because I seriously brought a lot. I was using hand warmers all over. I would just place them in different spots throughout the night. Hand warmers everywhere. And I got those new ones, those toe warmers. So I tried those for the first time. Those are pretty warm. You guys, I'm going to put them in my boot here soon. And if I don't like them, I'll let you know. Rockies. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Just stop. He won't leave his foot alone. So if I don't end up liking those toe warmers, I'll let you know. What else happened last night? You saw Rocky barking at the end of the night in the last video. He stopped barking after that. I mean, he went in and out a couple times until I tied it up. And once I tied it up, I told him, I said, "You're staying in." And he did. He stayed in. So that was good. So I think I'm going to make some oatmeal. That's a staple of mine here in the wilderness, or spirit forest. And eat some oatmeal. Then I'm going to get up and start picking up some things. I don't need to leave right away, and I don't plan on leaving right away. I don't plan on packing up right now and leaving unless there's a storm coming or something, and then I'm going to get out of here. But I actually have a party to go to. I slept like 2 hours, you guys. And now I gotta go. Now I'm going to a party. It's a cookie party. See, that can't go wrong with a cookie party. So my girlfriends and I were all making cookies and sharing recipes and stuff like that. So hopefully I can stay awake. But that party's not until the afternoon, so I don't have to leave until around noon or so. And I might go visit a neighbor. I'm sure you want to know all this information. Here's my oatmeal. In case you're wondering what that crunching is in the background, that is Rocky eating. He's a loud eater. New spoon subscriber gave me. Really light. I wanted to have some oatmeal, but not oatmeal, I'm sorry. Well, I'm eating oatmeal. Hot chocolate. But look what, it's frozen. I can't even heat it up, but I'm hoping to get some hot chocolate in there here soon, because, yeah, I should have brought my metal container rather than my plastic ones. Time to eat. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to braid this soon. It's becoming a dreadlock. Yay! And staticky. I want to show you more of the tent, but I don't know what else to show you. I mean, I'm going to be showing a lot of the tent and building the tent and such. So you're going to see a lot of that coming up here soon. Lots of videos on that. How do you like your oatmeal? I like mine like pasty like this. It's almost like a cookie. That's how I like my oatmeal. I've seen some people and they have it all runny and they put milk in it. I don't know about that. Good stuff. Still don't know what I'm going to do. I have a bit of a headache. I'm trying to get my water. I had the water in the stove and I might just start drinking that because I might be a little dehydrated. When I was, in my sleeping bag, because I was so cold, I couldn't get my mouth. You know how I've showed you how to get in a sleeping bag? You're supposed to have like this part of your mouth outside the sleeping bag. It was too cold. It was too cold to do that. I mean, I had this up like this, so it was just coming out, air was just coming out of my nose, so I found myself ducking inside my sleeping bag so much that the moisture from my breath created little droplets on my sleeping bag, and so as I was sleeping, drops of it's pretty disgusting, isn't that? That's pretty disgusting. Drops of spit, maybe, I don't know. It was nasty. I'd be sleeping, all of a sudden this drop of moisture would drip on me. Yeah, I didn't sleep in a sleeping bag correctly last night. But I knew that I was doing it because it was just too cold. Like, even breathing in hurt the passage in my nose. Just the cold air just hurt that, and I could feel it like come right in here. It was cold. Too cold for me. I don't know how you guys do it in Minnesota. I have no idea how you do it. You guys go ice fishing and you camp on the ice? Do you have heaters in there? You must have heaters in there. I don't know how you do it. Or camping in Wisconsin. Now, last year, I was in a fire ban, and I didn't have my little stove. So I had to, I just had to heat up water all the time, and that worked just fine. This time I didn't heat up water, and it was cold. But it wasn't as cold last year. You gonna go out, buddy? Go outside. Let's see if he goes outside. Go outside. He seems much better. Better spirits. I just fed him, so seems happy. Are you happy? No, he's not really that happy. His tail would go up if I did that. Oh, now he wants my food. No. You're not getting this. When he licks his lips like that, that's his way of talking. It's kind of funny because I think he's trying to mirror myself. I know what you're saying. I do. I know what you're saying. Doesn't mean you're getting it, though. No, I'm eating. Go play. Your feet hurt too bad? You haven't even been outside the tent yet. It's about 8:30 in the morning now. I've been outside and been doing some things out there. He hasn't even left the tent. Yeah. I think if there's snow on the ground, Rocky's going to have to stay home. Yeah, I think you're going to have to stay home, buddy. My oatmeal's already cold. All of our water is frozen, so I just got easier frozen water. So Rocky will have something to drink. This is our second batch. So from a full bucket of snow, you get maybe a quarter of water. And that took about maybe 20 to 30 minutes for it to melt. But you can see all the gross stuff that's in the water too. But Rocky will have something to drink, and I'm gonna have some hot cocoa. That is what was left over from last night, and I only have a little bit of water left. You guys notice I have a new hat? Do you like it? It's my favorite color. I love it. It's really cold, so I'm trying to talk, but my lips are freezing. Which reminds me, regarding last night. I know I told you some stuff while I was in the tent. I'm awake now. I should never film right when I wake up. That's never a good thing. Rocky, go in there. Go in there. He's looking for loves or something. Go on. Go to bed. I don't know what his deal is. But it was a cold night. So because this is a challenge that I'm doing this year, this is my challenge this year, is to be out here in this kind of cold. I was requested to call back home, make sure I'm okay. So I hiked up the hill, got coverage, and I gave him a call. Turns out it was like 0 degrees here. So yeah, it was cold. It was cold. It was the coldest I've ever camped. Would I do it again? I did it. I did it, you know. I think the harder part was trying to keep Rocky warm. I think if I do it again, I wouldn't bring Rocky. It's just, you know, and his feet hurt because of the snow. Oh, sorry if it's windy. But, you know, I did everything I possibly could with what I had in the tent to keep me warm, and I was cold. I wasn't shivering, but I was cold. So I don't know if I would do it again. I think that the next time I come out to the Viking tent, I would prefer it to be 20 degrees and above. Currently right now, it's about 10 degrees, 10 or 11 degrees currently right now. So 10 degrees warmer would be really nice, and that would be the lows, is what I'm looking for. So I'll be checking the weather, and if it ends up being at 20 degrees at night, I'll come out here again. And I still don't think I'll take Rocky on that this adventure right now, just because, well, I don't think he was so happy. So just in case I want to watch this video again, and a lot of times I record these videos for myself too. I went through about 7 logs that I split. I split about 12 logs total. So, in a 0 degree night, I went through 7 logs. My fire ended probably about 9 o'clock, and then I started it again about 3 o'clock. And the tent, the warmest I could get the tent in the middle of the night was about 22 degrees. During the day, I can get the tent to 30 degrees. There's a lot of holes in this tent. You know, there's a lot of wind that can come through this tent. I really wasn't worried about carbon monoxide, but I brought those anyways in case you guys were to ask. But there's a lot of holes in this tent, and so I think that it allows a lot of the wind to pass through. Because when it was windy last night, I did feel it a bit. I do love my tent. I really do. I'm just gonna wait for it to get a little bit warmer. I'm gonna be coming out here even for like day trips too, so I'll see you guys on that as well. I'm gonna start packing up the tent, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye. Thanks for joining me on my challenge.